Hey, what's up, guys and girls? This is OracleBot here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Zomboy style bass. It was requested by Future Exit, and the sound is a growl sound from a Zomboy track called Bad Habits, and this is the sound. I can loop it. And that's the sound, and I did it with Sytrus, and I can show you what I got. As you can see, I couldn't quite nail it because I used Sytrus. If I had used something like Serum, or I did like a... The reason why I should have used Serum, but I used Sytrus is because I actually own Sytrus, and Serum, I just have the demo version, as you can see right here. And I wanted to get it out to show you why I couldn't nail the sound. The main reason why I couldn't nail the sound is because, one, I'm 99% sure that sound that Zomboy made was used in Massive because it's from 2013, which is before Serum. And it sounds like the bend minus, bend plus movement, and along with the wavetable, which is what I modulated right here, as you can see. I can turn off the wavetable, and you can just hear what the bend minus, bend plus does. Just that movement alone, along with the moving wavetable, really makes those kind of sounds. Okay, so now that you know why I use Sytrus and why I didn't use Serum to make that sound, because of the fact I don't own Serum, I tried to do my best with what I could with FM with Sytrus. Let's get into how I made this sound. So, to make this sound, what I did is I started off and turn off all the effects. And actually, I'll let you hear these two. I started off with a sub-level sine wave, and I ran it through a filter right away because I wanted distortion. So I used the first filter for distortion, then I cranked up the next, and used the second filter for the high pass. As you can see, I'm using high pass right here, and I modulate the high pass. So I kind of started with this. And then for harmonics, I added this second waveform here. I really didn't know I wanted the exact shape. I just kind of made a weird shape, added some harmonics, and this one doesn't have any movement, the second operator. I just kind of link it. I just had it for harmonic content. And most of the movement that comes out right there is a tiny bit out of the mod of mod X, but a lot also is the high pass. And you can also see it's at the same level as the sine wave. I scratched my eye right there. And then I added a triangle wave and some intensity right there. I'm modulating the volume. It's 4 octaves above 0.25, but not because it's actually at 4. It's because when you multiply 0.25 times 2, it's 5, which is the next octave, and you multiply that by 2, which is 1. So the next octave, multiply that by 2, which is 2. Next octave, and you multiply 2 by 2, you get 4. So it's 4 octaves above 0.25. And I resulted with this sound, but it wasn't quite where I wanted to be, trying to get equal harmonics to the Zomboy sound. So I added one more operator, which is operator 4. I started with the triangle wave, but I added all these weird harmonics using still the triangle wave. I didn't actually add like an individual harmonic like sine wave because the way Sytrus works, whatever you have the shape set to, and you add harmonics and oscillator section, it'll add like that waveform you created as the harmonics. But if you wanted to add sine wave harmonics, you'd right click on the waveform you created and do convert shape to sine harmonics. You can see it puts it back to sine wave, but it sounds exact same as you had before. It just changed it to sine wave harmonics. And so if you wanted to add the individual harmonic itself, that's how you do it. And this sound, this waveform is 3 octaves above the first. And again, I'm modulating the volume, so the intensity of the waveform against first operator. And after I did that, I use operator 6 for a separate sub. Just so there's bass. And then operator 5, I tried to do something, but it kind of took away from the Zomboy quality. but it still sounds good, so I left it there so you could turn it on. You can mess with the intensity. Try doing it with all these, actually. As you can see, just messing with the intensity, these different waveforms creates a lot of different types of textures. And just the way I go about making FM basses is I just put weird waveforms against each other, mess with the octaves and modulate them, and that's really how I go about it. And yeah, so after I did that, I applied unison, tiny bit of pitch difference, so it's not too detuned. So it's a little more smooth, and just so it has some stereo width. And then, of course, like I already told you, it's going through the wave shaper, and then high pass for movement here. And another contributor to the sound is actually the EQs. I'm going to turn the EQs off and let you hear it without EQing. You can see it's very muddy. So I add an EQ here. The first one's just kind of more to shape it. If I turn it on, that'd help. As you can see, I cleaned it up a bit. The mids were heavy, a little too much sub, and brought the highs up a little bit. But there's that annoying frequencies and the low frequencies you can hear around the 100 hertz. So I get a second EQ, and I really scoop out around the 150 hertz area. And it takes away those like annoying low rumbling. But also, I don't completely high pass it, so I can leave the separate sub coming through. But I'd recommend, if you're going to use this patch, to completely high pass this and use a different synth as a separate sub. And after that, just multi-band compression, really just for volume control. And loudness. Nothing too fancy. And that's the sound right there. So, if you really want to get that Zomboy sound, though, using Massive or Serum would actually be the best way to go. I just use Sytrus again because I own it. I don't own Serum. I don't own Massive. But yeah, so that's how you create the sound I made. And if you wanted to go and make those kind of sounds, your best option would be to use Serum or Massive. And yeah, I hope you found this helpful. Please like, or if you enjoyed this, or dislike if you dislike. There's a patch to download in the description, and suggest ways I can improve my videos or things I can do. And if you'd like to request a sound for me to try and create, email me. I have all the info down below how you can go about that. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching. Do you guys enjoy watching live stream gameplay? My friend here at KersonicTV plays League of Legends and other games all the time on Twitch, and he uploads some of his videos on YouTube. So if you're into that, I highly recommend you go check him out.